Today I'm going to go over what I call the bilateral banded press down. Bilateral just means both arms they're autonomous instead of holding onto a bar that anchors them together. So again, you're just going to see some carryover from a lot of other exercises. But again, starting with the feet, I'm going to be placed, glutes are tight, and that's what's going to allow my upper body to be stable. Again, I want my lower body stable to allow my upper body freedom of movement. Okay. More integral beyond that is that because of the nature of the bands being varied resistance, we really have to be mindful of our stability, okay? Because the more pressure, tension, whatever you want to force I put into this band, the greater the need of the contraction, okay? So we don't want to get loose, right? Elbows coming up, shoulders driving up when we're trying to extend, okay? Again, think of that rope analogy. If one side of that rope is anchored, we pull on that rope, there's a ton of force. But if I pull on that rope and it moves, right, we're bleeding a ton of energy. So an example of that really is going to be if I get in this good position, I start driving this down, and I let my shoulder come up, right? Well, if my shoulder is coming up as my tricep is trying to extend, I'm certainly not putting the force into the muscle to work, okay? So I would say before I go into movement, I get stable. And I'm going to get stable through contracting my serratus, doing the opposite of a shrug and flexing that lat down. I'm also going to continue to take that natural path of my hand away from me without rotating this humerus, okay? I'm going to lock it in. I'm going to move my hands to here. Okay, this is how I'm going to be. And one of the really great things I like about bands is you know, in the midst of the reps and sets, I don't have to pull a pin out to adjust. All I do is adjust my grip or my position. If I want more tension, I back up or grip up higher on the band. If I need less, I work my way down or get closer to its attachment point, okay? So, get a nice good grip on it. One thing I also don't want, there shouldn't be any movement of the wrist, okay? There also shouldn't be any movement of the humerus away from that rib cage, anteriorly or posteriorly. I lock it in, right? Go to full flexion, go to full extension, and repeat. Something that looks a little bit like this. Get in this position, lock it in, extend, extend, extend. Okay? Again, maintain that position here to allow that humerus to move freely to put maximal force on the posterior side of that humerus, the tricep. That's what we really want. And that is the bilateral banded press down.